Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we are going to be breaking down Spider-Man the Animated Series Season 3, Episode 10, The Spot. Let's get into it, talk about it, hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake.
Hey, what's going on, you beautiful people? Welcome to the Fan Club. In today's video, we'll be breaking down Spider-Man the Animated Series Season 3, Episode 10, The Spot. One thing that I've noticed is depending on where you're watching this or where you're reading the order, sometimes Episode 10 is going to be The Spot, and sometimes it's going to be the Venom episode. It's really weird how it all works out. I don't understand why they did this or why it's flip-flopped. If somebody has an answer, go ahead and tell me, but we are going to put The Spot at number 10. Let's get into today's video. The Spot, the 10th episode of Spider-Man the Animated Series 3rd season, introduces a compelling new villain born from the clash of scientific ambition and criminal greed. This episode begins with Jonathan Owen, a brilliant but disillusioned Stark Enterprises scientist whose life's work, interdimensional travel technology, is deemed too risky by Tony Stark. Owen's subsequent resignation sets the stage for his encounter with Kingpin, who, unbeknownst to Owen, is the notorious crime lord, and his seductive scientist Sylvia Lopez. Lured by the promise of financial reward and the allure of Sylvia, Owen agrees to work with Kingpin, unknowingly becoming a pawn in the Kingpin's grand scheme to acquire unparalleled power. They develop the Time Dilation Accelerator, a device capable of creating portals across space and time, a project that Herbert Landon, Kingpin's skeptical henchman, opposes. Kingpin's ultimate goal is to use the accelerator to steal military technology, kidnap world leaders, and ultimately eliminate Spider-Man. Meanwhile, Peter Parker and Mary Jane enjoy a carefree evening at Coney Island, a stark contrast to the impending danger. Their date is disrupted by the activation of the Time Dilation Accelerator. Owen's reckless experiment creates a black hole that explodes, scattering portals across New York City, one of which transports Peter as Spider-Man into a strange dimension, limbo you could call it. He attempts to rescue Owen, but the unpredictable portals entangle him, sending him back to New York, leaving him worried about his abandoned date with Mary Jane. Owen, meanwhile, emerges from limbo, his body now covered in unstable portals that he can mentally control. He gains the ability to create and manipulate portals, transforming him into the Spot. He closes most of the portals he created, but fails to close one in the sky above New York, setting the stage for a city-wide crisis. Back at the lab, Sylvia informs Kingpin of the accident in Owen's transformation. Spot, however, decides to seize his newfound power for himself and steals a large sum of money from a bank, drawing Spider-Man into the conflict. The ensuing confrontation showcases Spot's unique abilities, forcing Spider-Man to think strategically. Spot's powers disrupt Spider-Man's date with Mary Jane, causing a rift, and he interferes with a romantic moment between Felicia and Jason, causing the two to have another disagreement. Kingpin's control over Sylvia becomes a critical plot point as she secretly alerts Kingpin about Spot's abilities. A tense showdown ensues at Crime Central where Spot confronts Kingpin, only to discover that Sylvia is being held hostage. Spot's decision to save Sylvia leads him to collaborate with Spider-Man, culminating in a desperate race against time to close the ever-expanding portal threatening to destroy the Earth. The climax sees Spider-Man and Spot using enhanced technology, working together to seal the portal, but at great personal cost. The Spot sacrifices himself, disappearing into the portal with Sylvia, seemingly saving the city at the ultimate cost. Peter's reflection on the Spot's sacrifice leads to reconciliation with Mary Jane, while Hobgoblin, overhearing news of the incident, vows to acquire the lost Time Dilation Accelerator, leaving the possibility of future conflicts open. Oh man, it was crazy. By the end of it, the whole world was about to end, and you had the Spot teaming up with Spider-Man, and even the Kingpin was helping them. And I remember somebody asked, like, why are you helping them? And I remember the Kingpin had a famous line: destroying the world makes me no money. There's no money in that. I thought that was hilarious. This was a good episode. Some people say that this is one of the worst episodes, but I really like the story. The character's cool. There's so many characters in Spider-Man that are just so awesome that you sometimes forget about the Spot. But let's get into some notes and trivia from Spider-Man animated fandom. This episode is loosely based on Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 98 and 99 from 1985. This is one of only 5 episodes not written by John Semper Jr. This episode and Rocket Racer are considered by most fans to be the 2 worst episodes of Spider-Man the Animated Series, which is crazy to me because I liked them both, but if these are your 2 weakest, that means the series is fire. There is a little bit of foreshadowing in this episode that Jason Phillips is really the Hobgoblin, while at one of Coney Island's carnival games, Jason shoots a water gun at a bust of a goblin. This episode marks one of only 3 times in the entire series that Spider-Man throws a punch. Spider-Man uses his spider sense to guide his fist through a portal and punches Spot. During the episode, Spider-Man tells Spot that it is clear he isn't a killer. Usually the network censors would not allow the word kill to be said in Spider-Man the Animated Series. While fighting Spider-Man, Kingpin states that only 2% of his body mass is fat and he has 350 pounds of muscle. The 2% body fat would be roughly 7 pounds, making him about 357 pounds. Holy crap. Imagine fighting that guy. Now, what are your thoughts? I thought this was a pretty good episode, and the fact that people think that this is one of the weakest ones just shows how good of a series this actually is. I enjoy sitting down and watching Spider-Man every day and reviewing this show, reliving some of these nostalgic and historic Spider-Man moments. Now, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Shout out all the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make content like this. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Thomas Franco, Anime King Nick, Lewis Cairns, and Roderick Hare. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power-up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power-up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated, and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.